Dear student, we'll continue with exercise 5.3. In that 16th question, a sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. So, they are going to use rupees 700 to give 7 cash prizes. Okay. So what is the condition? If each price is rupees 20 less than its preceding price, find the value of each price. So total SN here is rupees 700. Total sum that the school holds is rupees 700 for distributing prizes. And they are telling that every price, see, if each cash price is rupees 20 less than its preceding price. Suppose say the first price is rupees 150, then second price will be 130. So every next price will be less than every succeeding price will be 20 rupees less by its preceding price. The same thing, rupees 20 less than its preceding price. Suppose say if first price is 150, second price will be 130. Understood? So in the similar way, what will be D? D will be minus 20. D will be minus 20. How many cash prizes the school has to give? 7 cash prizes. See, 7 cash prizes school has to give. That is N is equal to 7. Now what we need to calculate? We need to calculate 7 cash prizes. To find 7 cash prizes, what should I know? I should know A. If I know A, if I keep on adding D to it, I'll get the cash prizes. So now Sn is equal to N divided by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Fine. What is Sn here? Sn is 700 is equal to, what is N here? N is 7 divided by 2A plus 7 minus 1 into minus 20. D is minus 20. 700 I will keep it as it is, into 2 is equal to 7 into 2A plus 7 minus 1 is nothing but 6. 6 into minus 20. Next, 7 ones are 700. So 200 is equal to 2 into 100 is nothing but 200 is equal to 2A plus, not plus into minus is nothing but minus. 620 is a 120. So 2A is equal to 200. If I transfer it to the left hand side, it will be 200 plus 120. So 2A is equal to 320, or A is equal to 320 divided by 2. 2 1 ja, 2 16 ja. A is rupees 160. So the first cash prize is 160. Next, the 7 cash prizes are 160, 20 less, so 120. To get the next, subtract 20 from it, 100, 80, 1 2 3 4 5 60, 40. If you add all these prices, you'll get again 700. See, 60 40 100, 180, 200, 300, 400, 400, 500, 600, 60 plus 40 is one more 100, that is 700. So the 7 cash prizes are 160, 140, 120, 100, 80, 60, 40. Please note this down. Here in this, the first price is 160. 160. To get the prices, consecutive prices, I need to subtract 20 from it, because that clearly it has been mentioned that if each price is 20 less than its preceding price. So first price is this. This price is 20 less than its preceding price. 20 less than its preceding price. So that is the reason I subtracted 20 from every term to get the next price. Please note this term. So 17th will be a homework. If you have any confusion in solving 17th problem, please do contact me. I will be available in between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. So I am going to explain if you have any confusion in 17th question. Now 18th question. A spiral is made up of successive semicircles. A spiral is made up of successive semicircles with centers alternatively at A and B. So spiral will be like this. Already you know what is spiral and all. Starting with center at A of radii 0.5 centimeter. Starting with center. So this semicircle will be, see, here the semicircle will be 0.5 centimeter. Next 1 centimeter. So from here it will be 1.5. Again once center will change. Once it will be A, second time it will be B. So alternately it will change from A to B, B to A. Now the radii is 0.5 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeter, 2 centimeter as shown in the figure. What is the total length of spiral? What is the total length of the spiral? Made up of 13 consecutive semicircles. See how the radii is increasing. It is increasing by 0.5 centimeters. See, we need to find the total length. See, if it is a semicircle, if it is complete circle, what is the length of this circle? Length is nothing but perimeter. Perimeter will be equal to 2 pi r. But we are talking about semicircle. That will be equal to pi r. Fine. See, length of first semicircle will be equal to pi r1. So pi r1 is pi into 0.5. This can be written as 0.5, can be written as 1 by 2 pi. 1 by 2 pi r is equal to pi by 2. So first L1 is pi by 2. Next L2 will be length of second semicircle will be pi by 2. See, wait. That is pi into what is r here? 1 centimeter. So L2 is equal to pi. Then L3 is equal to pi into r. Pi into r3. Pi into what is r3 here? 1.5. So 1.5 can be written as pi into 3 by 2 or else 3 pi by 2. So here through this what we got to know, first term is pi by 2, second term is pi, third term is 3 pi by 2. So, and even how many such terms are there? Total 13. 13 semicircles means n is equal to 13. Then if I know A1 and A2, calculating D will be easy. D is equal to R2 minus R1. What is R2? R2 is pi. Pi minus pi by 2 is equal to 1 minus half means half. Pi by 2. D is pi by 2. Now I need to calculate total length. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Now, what is S13? We need to calculate the length of 13 semicircles. N is equal to 13 divided by 2. 2 into, what is A? A is nothing but pi by 2 plus, what is N? 13 minus 1 into, what is D? D is nothing but pi by 2. So S13 is equal to 13 divided by 2. These two will get cancelled. Pi plus 13 minus 1 is nothing but 12. 12 pi divided by 2. 2 1 is 2 6. Now S13 is equal to, S13 is equal to 13 divided by 2 into pi plus 6 pi is nothing but 7 pi. Now 13 divided by 2, 7 into pi is nothing but 22 by 7. Pi is nothing but 22 divided by 7. This 7 will get cancelled. 2 1s are 2 11s are. So 11 3s are 33, carry 1. Carry 3. 11 3s are 33, carry 3. 11 1s are 11, 11 plus 3, 14. So length of 13 semicircle, total length of the spiral made up of, therefore total length of spiral is equal to 143 centimeter. So please note this one. So 19th question, 200 logs are stacked one above the other in the following manner. In what manner? 20 logs in the bottom row. There are 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 in the next row, 18 in the next row to it. In how many rows are the 200 logs are placed and how many logs are there in the top row? See, logs are placed one above the other. In this fashion, and wooden logs are placed one over the other in this fashion, but in what way? 20 at the bottom, 19 on the top of it, next 18, next 17, like that they are placed. Now next question is, in how many rows are the 200 logs are placed? One row, second row, third row. In how many rows the logs are placed? One row, two row. We need to find the number of rows. Next, and how many logs are there in the top row? So there will be a top row. On the top row, how many logs are placed? Now, so total number of wooden logs are Sn is equal to 200. Okay. And at the bottom, how many are placed? That is 200. Fine. Next. After this, what they are saying? Sorry, 20. Next. See, A1 is 20 and on the top of it 19 are there. On the top of that A3 is 18 are there. So D is equal to succeeding minus preceding, that is minus 1. We need to find n, number of rows. So formula is Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What is n here? We need to calculate. What is Sn? 200. What is n? That I need to calculate. 2 into what is a? 20 plus n I need to calculate. D is minus 1. Fine. So 200 into 2, n into 220 is a 40, minus into plus minus, n minus into minus plus 1. 200 into 2, 400 is equal to 40n minus n square, 40n minus n square plus n. Okay, n into 1 is, sorry, n. So 400, 40n plus n is nothing but 41n minus n square. Next, it can be written as n square minus 41n plus 400. See, this n I am going to transfer it to the left hand side. Then this will become minus, this will become plus, 400 as it is equal to 0. We need to solve this equation. So now I need to get 400 when I multiply. When I multiply, see, same thing I am going to write here. Minus n square minus 41n plus 400. We need to solve this quadratic equation. You know how to solve the quadratic equation. See, in this, when I multiply, I should get plus 400. When I add or subtract, I should get minus 41. When will I get? When minus is there, minus into minus, plus will come. So 400 can be split up as 25 8 is 200, 25 16 is 400. See, minus 25 minus 16 is nothing but minus 41. Satisfied. Minus into minus plus 25 16 is 400. Satisfied. So I need to make use of those terms. Minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 is equal to 0. n is common, n minus 25 plus 16 is common, n minus 25 is equal to 0. n minus 25 is equal to 0, n plus 16, so or else I will write one more step, n minus 25, n plus 16 is equal to 0. n minus 25 is common, n left, here 16 left, plus 16. So n minus 25 into n plus 16 is equal to 0. n minus 25 is equal to 0, n plus 16 is equal to 0. n is equal to 25. This is one value. n is equal to 16. So we got two values for the number of rows. We need to verify. See, if I consider there are 25 rows. If there are 25 rows, so what can I write? An is equal to wait, keep this as it is. See, they asked us to calculate how many logs are there in the top row. See, if I consider if there are 25 rows, if I consider there are 25 rows, then the top row will be 25th row. So if I am considering bottom row as the first row, if I say there are 25 rows, means the top row will be 25th row. So if I find the value of A25, then I will get the number of wooden logs that are there in the 25th row. That is A25 is equal to A plus 24D, which is equal to what is A? A is nothing but 20. plus 24 into D is nothing but minus 1. 20 minus 24 is minus 4. So practically this value is not feasible. Yes or no? Can we place minus 4 wooden logs on the top row? No. So then A16. So if I consider A16, see there are 16 rows, then A plus 15D. A is nothing but 20 plus 15 into minus 1. 20 minus 15, A16 is equal to 5, which is practically feasible. We can place plus 5 wooden logs on the top row, but we cannot place minus 4 wooden logs on the top row. So therefore number of rows is equal to C. Number of rows is equal to 16, and there are 5 wooden logs on the top row. Please note this down. So the last question of this particular chapter, 20th question, very much interesting, and the questions is lengthier but it is very simple to solve. In a potato race, a bucket is placed at the starting point, which is 5 meters from the first potato. See, there are 10 potatoes, they are placed, and the starting potato is 5 meters away from the starting point. So if this is the starting point, the first potato is 5 meters distance away. Okay. And other potatoes are 3 meters apart in a straight line. Other potatoes are 3 meters apart. After this, the distance between two consecutive potatoes is 3 meters. Okay. There are 10 potatoes in a line. There are how many potatoes? 10 potatoes in a line. A competitor, here is a competitor. Competitor start from the bucket. So bucket is kept at the starting point. So competitor starts from the bucket, picks up the nearest potato. He is going to pick up this first potato, which is 5 meters apart, which is 5 meters distance, which is at 5 meters distance. Runs back with it. So this person is going to pick it up and comes back and he will drop it in the bucket. Runs back to pick up the next potato again. So once he comes back, he will go back to pick up the next potato, and again he'll come back and he'll drop it in the bucket. So she continues in the same way. That is going, picking it up and dropping it in the bucket. This she is going to continue until all the potatoes are in the bucket. What is the total distance the competitor has to run? See, basically it is a potato race. The bucket is kept at the starting point. So the 10 potatoes are placed at 10 distinct points, but the first potato is kept at 5 meters from the starting point, and the next potatoes are kept at 3 meters apart. So say after 5 meters, the distance between two consecutive potatoes is 3 meters. How many such potatoes are there? 10 such potatoes are there. So what we need to calculate? The distance travelled by this competitor to drop all the potatoes into the bucket. Okay. So now, if the competitor starts from this point, he will go to the first place where potato is there, which is 5 meters, and he comes back. The distance covered will be 10 meters. After this, he will go and pick up the next potato. So this 5 plus 3, 8 in the forward direction. So while returning also, while going he is going to cover 8 meters. While returning also is going to cover 8 meters. Total 16 meters. In the same way, To collect the third potato, 5 plus 3 plus 3. 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 11. 11 in this way, 11 in the forward go, while returning again 11. So it is 22 meter. So what is D then? The distance, it's a common difference. D is 16 minus 10, it is nothing but 6 meter. How many terms means how many potatoes are there? That is n, that is 10 potatoes are there. So if I find the Sn, then I am going to get the total distance covered by the competitor. Okay, therefore Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What is Sn? I need to calculate. N is nothing but 10. 10 potatoes are there. Next, 2 into a is nothing but 10 plus n is 10 minus 1 into 6. 2 1s are 2 5s are 5 into 20. 10 minus 1 is 9. 10 minus 1 is nothing but 9. 9 into 6, 54. So which is equal to 5 into 20 plus 54 is nothing but 74. 5 4s are 20. 2 carry. 5 7s are 35 plus 2, 37. That is 370 meter. Therefore, total distance covered by the competitor is equal to 370 meters. So please note this one.